You are looking live right now at Niagara Falls, where 2 days from now we're going to be able to watch Nick Wallenda's wife fly over the rushing water, hanging from a helicopter. It hurts to say this, dangling by her teeth and I guess by her toes now too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little difficult to see, so they are urging people to watch it from home.
It just makes my teeth hurt, Maria, every time we talk about this stunt.
It makes my toes cringe.
But how do you practice for that?
I
You
don't.
know, it is 5 years since Nick Wallenda made his legendary walk across the falls, and tonight his wife says that she's ready for her own stunt just about 15 hours from now.
The countdown continues.
If you look over, they're doing some interviews with international media in town for this big event that's going to be happening in less than 24 hours. Does fear ever set in?
No, fear can't set in.
It's been 5 years since daredevil Nick Wallenda walked over Niagara Falls on a tightrope, and in a few hours, his wife, Erendira, will attempt her own stunt dangling from a helicopter by her teeth, nearly 300 feet above the falls. Melissa and the Daybreak crew were live in the falls this morning with a look at everything you can expect. It's going to be quite a day, Melissa.
Hi, John. Good morning, everybody. Erendira is hoping to break a world record when she pulls off this magnificent stunt later this morning. Here's what Erendira will actually be doing. She'll be dangling in the air above Niagara Falls from a helicopter, the one right behind me, with a device called a lyra. It's a hula hoop that she's performed on many times before. Here's what the schedule looks like. Opening remarks start at 8:15 this morning right here at the casino. Nick Wallenda will be there for that. The helicopter takes off at 8:30. The stunt will take about 7 minutes, and then closing remarks happen as soon as the chopper comes right back here to the roof of the garage at 8:45, and there will be a post-stunt press conference. If you really want to see it in person, state parks leaders say Terrapin Point is your best bet on this side of the border. Now, parking spots will be limited, so you'll want to use parking lot number 2, which is the big one right there on Goat Island, right by the visitor center. Now, one place where you will not be able to watch from, though, is that observation tower on Prospect Point. It won't be open to the public in time for people to gather there.
The reason this is not open to the public is because I have commandeered the observation deck. No, actually, it's going to serve as a photo deck because this is a great view of what we'll be looking at. And just mesmerizing. The falls are spectacular.
Hey, good morning. You know, it's fitting that he's going to be above her as she is flying because his sole purpose is to be watching her, making sure she is okay. And he told us yesterday he's the man for the job.
How you doing, John? And of course, early word from Nick Wallenda is that he started his day with a balanced breakfast. Little joke. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
It was funny?
It was kind of funny.
Thank you.
From the press conferences to the helicopter taking off to Erendira doing her stunt right over the falls. Watch it right here on Channel 2, or if you're not by a TV, you can always stream it live on WGRZ.com. Nick, you've been by her side every step of the way. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
So how is she feeling? How was she feeling last night and this morning? She's still sleeping, right?
Yeah, she's a really strong-minded, strong-willed woman, so I have no issue and no lack of confidence in her ability.
We're just a few minutes past 8:30, which was the start time here, but obviously the anticipation building as Erendira Wallenda, it seems, is about to attach herself to that hula hoop, to that lyra. Nick Wallenda there getting into the chopper. And Melissa, I think this is about to start.
And we have liftoff. Let's watch. As Erendira is preparing herself on her hula hoop, her lyra, Nick is literally hanging out of the top of the chopper, looking down at her, watching her every move. His headset is attached to the headset of the pilot, so he's communicating with the pilot, not with Erendira herself. And away from Erendira, and off they go.
And we have a series of live cameras. We're going to be able to follow that helicopter as it heads over to the falls. It's not a very long trip, obviously, from the top of the Seneca Niagara Casino over the Horseshoe Falls, and you can see in the distance there the chopper has taken off. Let's bring our Pete Gallivan into the conversation here. Pete is that is Pete's live camera. Pete, quite the view as they are right now approaching the falls and right over the mist.
Yeah, Michael, this view comes as advertised, no doubt about it.
Presumably, at this moment, Erendira Wallenda is a new world record holder because she has now begun her performance 300 feet above Niagara Falls, breaking her husband's old record by 100 feet. She has started the routine about a minute into it now. Remember, she has earbuds in, she's listening to music, she has choreographed all that she is doing right now, just an incredibly beautiful performance. Obviously, she is extremely acrobatic. She's described as a ballerina in the air, and right now she is, you know, hanging, I believe, mostly from her arms. There she goes with just the knees stretching down. Just an incredible sight to see when you step back and think about this. A lot of people have gathered right now at Terrapin Point, nearby to where Pete is at the observation deck. Obviously, to see this in person, I believe we are about to witness the moment. And there it is, Erendira Wallenda hanging from a helicopter 300 feet over Niagara Falls, using only that mouth guard, using her mouth. An incredible feat, breaking her husband's old record and doing it with such grace and style. Look at that. She's still got the music playing in her ears, all part of the routine. We got that for what, about 10 seconds. You think of the talent that it takes to do something like that, even for just those few short moments as her routine continues now.
The helicopter is approaching the top of the roof of the garage of the Seneca Niagara Casino. Erendira is sitting in her Lyra there. We're excited to speak with her afterwards.
She is now safely back on the rooftop of the Seneca Niagara Casino. You can see the embraces. There she is with her husband, Nick. Seems, Melissa, like this went exactly as planned.
There we go. A kiss and a hug. What a moment. I'm sure a lot of relief and a lot of emotion.
Here is the new world record holder, my beautiful wife, Erendira Wallenda.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Whew. It's good to be back on the ground, but like I was saying before, I respect this man so much more because that was way more windy than I thought it was going to be.
Making history today in Niagara Falls.
Whew. It's good to be back on the ground.
Another record-breaking stunt from the Wallenda family. We'll show you the performance watched around the world.
Well, Erendira Wallenda has set a new record after another daredevil stunt over the falls this morning. She dangled 300 feet in the air, even hanging from her teeth a couple of different times.
Well, we're covering several angles of this story tonight, including the Wallenda's future plans.
You know what? It really was a spectacular day. Just imagine a woman setting a record, dangling 300 feet in the air above Niagara Falls. Well, it happened today, and we got to see it. Here are close-up views of her performing. She dangled, she weaved, she put on a show for over 10 minutes, and then it was over and landing back on the ground.
Shortly before takeoff, a member of the Wallenda team checked the camera mounted underneath the chopper. It provided these incredible close-up views of Erendira Wallenda's performance, including the moment when she used only the strength of her jaws to hang hands-free over the rushing water below. It went so well, she thought, why not try it again?
I asked my husband, can I hang one more time? And then I think the second time was for about 10 seconds.
Also impressive, her ability to hang upside down using only her feet, while the wind whipped all around her.
I was trying to sort of control my Lyra underneath it because it was really moving back and forth.
Despite that, you can see on her face how much she enjoyed the routine.
I probably would want to spend all day long up there.
A second helicopter followed behind the Wallendas, capturing these amazing angles as Erendira wrapped up her jaw-dropping stunt.
And you can see much more of that video, which was provided by Destination Niagara USA. We have that posted on our website and WGRZ app, in addition to a photo gallery showing more of these really just incredible pictures from earlier today.
300 feet above the ground, sending a pretty powerful message down to this crowd.
I've always thought that women can do whatever they want because men can do whatever they want.
And what's next for Erendira? Well, she remains tight-lipped.